welcome back to my channel. Welcome to this week's car boot haul video. According to Terry Pratchett, there's an ancient Chinese proverb, an ancient Chinese curse that says, may you live in interesting times. This weekend I have lived in interesting times, but I did make it to the boots. I really need a bloody fringe trim, but I did make it to the car boot sale. And I did get quite a nice haul. So let's have a look at what I got. I'm going to begin with these because once they're out of the way it'll be easy to get to the other stuff. I got this, which is not a Christmas jumper as such. It's not your typical ugly Christmas jumper, but as you can see it's sequined. It's a size 22. It might fit me, although having just got back from my cruise, it might not. I'll give it a try, but also I think it might be a little bit too itchy for my liking. I'm sure somebody will want it. It cost me £1. And these two were 50p each. So this is a... where's this from? Urban Outlaws. And it's age 11 to 12. I would say it would fit a small lady. Snowman jumper. I thought it was next. I must have lost my mind. Don't want to put those in the bag because I want to wash them and get them listed because it's now end of November. These need to go on. And this is from somewhere called Solvita with Love. That looks like an H&M logo, to be honest. And it is a bunny wearing his Christmas earmuffs. So I'm going to keep those out. Not going to hide those away in a bag. They need to be listed ASAP. Don't know why I said ASAP, because it annoys me when other people do it. And then this is my filler bag, and since I can't remember... Eek, I think that one survived. Of all the ones to drop, it was the good one. I can't remember what's in my filler bag, so it'll be just as much interesting for me to find out as you. If it'll be interesting for you at all. Bag of vintage cake decorations. Very, very vintage cake decorations. So some of them are just the little candle things that you... I don't even know what those candle things are called, but the things that you stick candles in, candle holders I suppose. But then there's some little football men and I just thought vintage cake decorations, let's throw them in. What's the worst that can happen? Fill a bag after all. If you're new here, I say it every time, fill a bag is £3 for as much as you can cram in a bag. And sometimes I go wild and get loads, and sometimes don't get so much. This one wasn't very large. I've got a Sail Away weekly organiser, which is one of those sticky notes pad. It's got a memo pad, sticky notes, and a weekly organising pad, and it's unused. I don't know where it's from. Lesser and Pavey, whoever they are. Don't know them personally. And a Johnson & Johnson vegetable steamer. I've had one of these not long ago. Sold one of these not too long ago. The one I sold was green. It's not Johnson & Johnson. That's the people who make baby... It's quite late on the Sunday night. Don't know who I am anymore. Johnson & Johnson make baby powder. This is Joseph vegetable steamer. So you put this, it folds up like that to put away, but it opens up and you rest it on top of your saucepan to steam your vegetables or whatever. And I've sold one of those not too long ago, although I'm blowed. I can't remember what I got for it. A silicone ice cube tray, which is snowmen, I think. Looks like snowmen, doesn't it? Must have enough to do another bundle soon. A microwave plate. Fill a bag. It's all cheap, remember. Fill a bag, £3 for as much as you can squeeze in there. This is a Rayware sugar bowl, and there was a lid. Although whether I've got the lid in 1 bit or 12 now is another matter. That's not it. That's a rubber duck. And I've just put the rubber duck in the bin. Give me strength. Saved him. We'll come back to the sugar bowl when I find the lid in a minute. This is a Bob Ross by Numbers painting kit. Don't know if it's been done. Let's have a look. No, completely unused. Bob Ross by Numbers. I wonder how much a Bob Ross by Numbers paint by numbers kit costs. No idea. Fill a bag. Chucked it in. This is a Garmin sat-nav. I realise that most sat-navs now are outdated tech, aren't they? Because almost everybody just uses Google Maps on their phone. Yay for Google Maps. But I quite often just do a little outdated tech bundle with bits that I've picked up. And they do sell. So, chucked it in. And then, that's the lid for the sugar bowl. There's the lid for the Rayware sugar bowl. Probably not going to be a great seller, but fill a bag. Last thing was for cookie cutters. I've got rabbit, Christmas tree, bell and flour. So again, they go in a bundle when you've got enough. And then the bag was free, but I don't actually want the bag, so that'll go back to the charity shop. Well, the stuff that I get in fill a bag is often very random. Today it was very randomier than random than random than today, even randomier. More random, that's a word. More random than usual. You right, Kai? Was there a firework, mate? Good boy. It's okay, you're staying here with me. Bad time of year for Kai. He hates the fireworks. You alright, chicken? You don't mind them. You're a good girl. Oh, and the last thing that I got in fill a bag was a little rubber ducky. The reason I got this is because we've just come back from a cruise, and did you know that on cruise ships there is a trend to take rubber ducks for other people to find, so we thought we'd collect some, me and Tammy, over the next year before we go on another cruise and take them with us on the next one. From Steve the fill a bag guy, I paid £13 in total for what I am about to show you. So there is a pack of Eternal Bow cutlery. I've got 5 knives and forks, 6 dessert spoons and 6 teaspoons. Looking on Eternal Bow sold, they go for huge amounts of money, but in very odd combinations. So I have to work out the best way of dividing those down to sell them. So that was from Steve. That was in my £13. Also in my £13 was a Very Hungry Caterpillar melamine bowl and plate. Also in my £13 from Steve was... Hold the line, caller. These mugs. One is Kath Kidston. These two are William Morris from the Leonardo collection. And then these two are Laura Ashley Home. So 5 mugs, cutlery. Also, I'm sure I had something else in that pile. 5 mugs, cutlery, and my filler bag. £13. That was it. That was it. That was what I paid altogether. £13 for 5 mugs, my cutlery, and my filler bag. That was right. Got there in the end. I paid 20p for this ugly mug. I've got one of these that hasn't sold already. I don't know if it's the same face. If it is, it'd be a very easy relist. But I think they're all different. I've got a feeling, because they are hand uglied, I've got a feeling each one is different. I paid £1 for this puppet. She is the Puppet Company. I don't know who she is. I don't know if it's someone I should recognise, and she's got a little Velcro strip here that implies that she normally holds something, maybe a spoon or something. She isn't holding anything, so I don't know what might be missing. Okay, she's Judy of Punch and Judy. Just found her on the website. She is Judy. She's not holding anything. She should have a baby in her apron. The baby's not there. But there's no real explanation for the Velcro on the sleeve. The lady didn't have another one, so she didn't have Punch. I can see Judy being sold for $11.99 with the baby. The baby does Velcro to her hand. When he comes out of the apron, he Velcros to her hand. That's what the Velcro is for. I haven't got the baby. So, and annoyingly, the lady I bought off had several bags of soft toys, which means the baby was probably there somewhere. Maybe the same lady be there next week. Who knows? But yeah, so she'd be worth more if she had her baby, but sadly she has become separated. There was a store where the lady had a box full of stuff for 50p each, and I got this melamine kids divided plate, which seemed to sell surprisingly well, and a Rubik's rainbow ball. That only seems to be worth about £4. I've done really well with some Rubik's stuff, but apparently this isn't it. And the same stall, but these were £2. I bought myself some bamboo socks. Because I have one leg that swells, both legs swell a bit, but one ankle specifically swells awfully. I struggle with socks that have elastic, and of course all socks have elastic around the top. Bamboo ones are much looser, and so I thought these are really nice, very, very soft, very, very stretchy. There's 2 purple pairs and a rather unpleasant beige pair. Can't have everything, can you? £2 for 3 new pairs of bamboo socks. I bumped into Vanjie again. Vanjie and her mum, whose name I still haven't got. Sorry, Vanjie, I forgot your mum's name. And from Vanjie's mum, before I realised it was Vanjie's mum, Vanjie came over afterwards, I purchased this Kath Kidston carafe and glass set for £2. And I think this was from her as well. And this is a stacking Russian doll, but for kids. So it's plastic. And the very, very middle one has a chime in it. So it's a stacking, rocking You know, Weebles wobble there and fall down kind of idea. I think that was £1. And I think those are both from Vanjie's mum. Before Vanjie was looking at another store and she came running over to say hello. And from her, I bought this Breakburn bag for £1. And she did again what she did last time, which was ran after me and gave me a gift after. It was very kind. She gave me this Kath Kidston drawstring bag, which I didn't even see on the stall. So she must have produced this from thin air. A clever trick. I wish I could manage that. So thank you very much, Vanjie. It was lovely to see you again. And yeah, thank you for the lovely gift. I've broken a nail. My nails are snapping like nobody's business. This was also on Steve's store, but I bought it later. It's a copper fish copper jelly mould, and that was £1. I bought Mum a couple of jigsaws. She likes, as I've said a million times before, she likes 500-piece jigsaws, and she likes to have lots of people in. So I think this absolutely floats the boat. 2 500s. It was £3. 2 500-piece jigsaws we've got, and Summer Evening at the Pub, and whatever that other one's called. Oh, they're both called a Summer Evening at the Pub, but one's inside the pub and one's outside the pub. That makes a lot more sense. So that will hopefully make Mum happy. However, I've seen her today and forgotten to give her it, so yay for memory. I paid £2 for these Crocs ballet style shoes. I paid £1 for a Worst Witch box set. It must have been part of somebody's library at some point, because they've got green stickers along the bottom there. But the books look to be in good condition. That was £1. And then this is probably my buy of the day. In fact, it's almost definitely my buy of the day because it was such a bargain. There was a chap doing a clearance, house clearances, and he was just shouting, everything's 10p, everything's 10p. Now, there was a bloke there a few weeks ago doing everything 10p, but I think it was the same guy. And I bent over and wasn't going to bother, and then I spotted this and I thought, oh, what's that mug? So I had a look, and it's a Boofle mug. Not a huge seller, but having caught my eye, I then saw these. So these are Border Fine Arts James Herriot mugs. So you may remember All Creatures Great and Small. So these are James Herriot mugs. We've got Wrong Side of the Fence and New Technology Arrives. Those sell for about £12.99 each. They are filthy. They are absolutely grim. So they need to go downstairs and have a good old scrub. All of these stuff does. But it was 10p each. I got 2 of these Wetlands by Alex Williams mugs. That's a matching pair of Wetlands Birds mugs. Again, need a good wash. I got a little crimpet. I don't know if you've seen these, that you put a Warburton's Thin or an Aldi Thin or whatever in there, and you crimp the sides together, then you pop it in your toaster and you get a toasty. And everybody, it's all the rage, all over Facebook and TikTok, and they were out of stock because Mrs. Hinch bought one. Mrs. Hinch bought one, and so then they were out of stock and nobody could get one at all. But I thought, oh, I'll get one of them one day, and there it was. So there's my crimpet. That cost me 10p. And then this is what makes it really worth having. I've got 4 of these. They are Quadrifoglio, Franco Giorgi by I can't say it twice, Quadrifoglio, large serving plate platters with the fruit design, and they sell for £14.99 each, and I've got 4 of those. 1, 2, 3 in really good condition, and 1 with some crazing. So the one with crazing might go for a bit less. If we say an estimate of 50 quid for the 4 plates, maybe a little bit less, but 50 quid for the 4 plates, £7 for the Boofle mug, £12 for the pair on the Wetlands mugs, and that might be an underestimation because I haven't checked those out yet. So that's 50, 57, 69, 12 quid each on those. That's another 24, 69, 79, 89, 93. And a crimpet thrown in. That's not bad for £1. That's probably the best £1 I've spent in a long time. That's it. Sorry about the fringe. If it's annoying you as much as it's annoying me, then you must be ready to just about put your fist through the screen by now. It's time for a fringe trim. Might have to do it myself at this rate. I'm sorry for being a little bit not with it. It's very late in the day and it's been a really difficult weekend. Thank you for joining me for today's, whatever this was. What was this? This was a Car Boot Sell haul. Thank you for joining me. I think it might be time for bed. I'll see you next week with next week's haul. Take care. Bye for now.